just returned from Kalalau and I'm gonna go on another trip. So I set up pretty much everything I brought for a 3-day, 2-night trip. And I think I had pretty much everything I needed, more or less. Starting here with the big items, backpack, that's my, I don't know how old, 70-liter backpack. I bought it many years ago and still works perfect. That's what I'm gonna bring. Make sure probably need at least 50 liters, kind of depends what you want to carry out there. Another big item is the tent. I was just on my own, I have to look up the name here. That's the X-Mat single tent. It's only 790 grams, that's 28 ounces, so it's super light. It's a pole tent, so you have to have trekking poles to set that up. And since I carry trekking poles all the time, it's not an issue for me. Sleeping bag, I actually had to get one. I have a sleeping bag, but it's way too warm for here in Hawaii, and it's almost 4 pounds. This one here is the Aggies Max from Amazon. It's very popular, that's the large version, sometimes hard to get. That one is 600 gram, 22 ounces. Worked out perfect. And no issues with that. I brought an air mat for a little bit more comfort. And the last thing here for setup, I'm a side sleeper, so I always bring a camping pillow. That makes a difference for me. Not really needed. Okay, so that's for the setup. Let's see, starting over here on the clothes side. Shoes. I went with hiking boots, regular. I did see a few out there with trail runners. Doesn't really matter. As long as you have a good grip here on your sole, that is important. So whatever works for you, whatever you use to walk in, don't get any new shoes and walk out there. To do stream crossings and to hang out at Kalalau at the campsite, I just got myself some super cheap, extremely light Walmart sandals. Worked out, no issue. I was talking about, trekking poles. Highly recommended to take them, especially if you don't do big backpacking trips. With all the weight, I ended up with about, it was about 13 kilos, almost 28 pounds total with all the camera stuff I brought. So you become really top heavy, and while you're on the trail, those poles, they do help you a lot. They also help you tremendously on stream crossings. They help you to go the steep uphills. Bring trekking poles, my recommendation. Okay. An issue I hear a lot here on other YouTube videos about Kalalau Trail are those crampons. I didn't need them this time, but I never had a drop of rain those 3 days. In Hawaii, any tropical climate, if it rains, if it gets muddy, it becomes very slippery, and you're going to be really thankful having those with you. I bring them almost every trip here hiking in Hawaii. So that's kind of a recommendation, not 100% needed, but I would bring, especially if you know the weather is going to be iffy, not 100% sure it's going to be sunny all the time, have those. Okay. Bunch of Ziploc bags for your food, for your trash. Talk about this later, but on the trail, lots of ants. Anywhere you put your bag, there is ants immediately lower. So make sure you zip everything up. Same goes for your food stuff. Okay. Oh, one more thing here I forgot. For the tent, just my regular base. It doesn't weigh anything. Okay. Then pants. That's the one thing I was really surprised. The trail, part of it was really bad overgrown. I don't know if because of COVID, not so many people go out there anymore. So I do recommend bring long pants. And Preferably those are Columbia ones, the ones you can detach the bottom. So if you do the stream crossings, you can quickly take them off. Here the lower part, and you're good to go. I'm gonna put some links below the video. There is no affiliated links. I'm not making any money like many other YouTubers, just trying to sell stuff, with the exception of my t-shirts. That's the only thing I kind of designed. All the rest is just regular links, what I brought out there, tent, sleeping bag, and all this stuff. As for Kauai, it's one of the rainiest places on the planet. So be prepared. You may run into rain, you may run into heavy rain. I brought my North Face regular rain jacket. I also brought some rain pants. That I would say not necessary, but definitely a jacket. Long sleeve shirt, either to sleep in, or if you don't like, if it's really hot, to protect yourself a little bit. It's always going with me too. Just a bunch of t-shirts I brought. Obviously some underwear. I brought 3 pairs of socks, which was great. Sometimes there are some smaller streams you cross and you may step into the water a little bit if you don't want to waste the time and take off your shoes. So it's good to have some extra socks, always. My puff came with me. Obviously, if you want to go swimming or take a shower, swim out swimming trunks, whatever you need. I had some almost like yoga pants to sleep in. Worked out great. I brought a hat. I didn't need it. It was super, super warm. Kind of depends what season you go out there. But I think that's it for pretty much for my outfit. Obviously I actually had 2, just if the one gets blown off, which can happen easily. Strong wind, and you may have seen some of the videos, the trail. There is no way to catch it. If it's gone, it's gone. Towel. I put on some zip ties so I can actually hang it on my backpack if it's wet. Again, you do a stream crossing or you clean yourself up, dry yourself up, then you can dry it while you walk back. This is my backpack cover. Since this is a super old backpack, it can't get really wet. If it is, it gets super heavy, so I need a cover. Some of the newer, fancier ones, it's all included. Okay, I think that's covered. Yeah, all my outfit. Headlamp for night. Pretty much common sense. Brought some of those carabiners to hang your shoes on your backpack while you stream cross, or I had my stabilizer hanging on here to take it off and put it on quick. Some wipes, hand sanitizer, going kind of to the toiletry. Some camp soap, always with me. Box spray, highly recommended. Kind of depends where you camp. I spent the night at Hanakoa. Yeah, that was a good thing to have. I brought some earplugs. Depends how busy it is out there. Sometimes people partying. Even the waves crashing there at the beach, it can be pretty loud. Again, it's my recommendation. Just the regular toiletry, whatever you need. Toilet paper, bring some baby wipes, definitely. Good to have. Cream, some anti-itch cream. For any kind of purpose, bug bites or other things can start to itch. That's one thing. I brought some muscle rub, didn't need that. Small little knife, scissor. You won't open any coconuts with that. I didn't see any anyway. But that's always with my bag. Scissors especially, it's good to have. Then just the regular first aid kit. Whatever you think you may need, like the regular medicine or your vitamins or whatever. Some bandage, some Tylenol, disinfectant wipes if you fall or so, scratch yourself up. And that's pretty much it. I always carry some extra zip ties. They help me out many times. Something breaks on your bag, on your shoes, you can use them as kind of an emergency fix. Okay, and I think that's for that. You have to show your permit to get in. They check your name too with your ID, so make sure you're all set. Don't buy a permit from somebody else offline. They won't let you in. Okay, I have to bring that. Now let's go to the food section. And the food section is interesting. Many videos, they show you how much bananas and everything you're gonna find out there. It's really seasonal. As right now, there was really not much. I saw a few small, tiny strawberries, a little bit of lime, and that was about it. I didn't go all the way up into Kalalau Valley to see if there's more bananas, but I didn't see any. So my recommendation is, food-wise, bring what you think you're gonna need and how many days you want to spend out there. So that was kind of my 3-day setup. Again, I'm pretty lazy. I just brought my mountain house, dry food bags. I was talking earlier about the ants. Yeah, everything packed up is good to have. If you bring like open food, the ants will get into. I almost guarantee. So my dry food, I like some of those mini salamis, some protein bites. I like those, the Cliff Bar, Chewies. I had some extra Cliff Bars too, actually. Pro meals for on the way out there and back. They're a little bit expensive. I ordered a whole box on Amazon before, but they have plenty of calories, so that's actually a good thing. They don't weigh too much. At the end, everything you bring, it's all about the weight. You always think, yeah, just one more thing, and it just adds up. But yeah, that was pretty much all the food. Oh, of course, I need my morning coffee, so I brought a little bit of coffee out there. It's always a great thing in the morning. And as for cooking, just my standard, regular, no big issue pot. Actually, I have a spork. Then also you need fuel and you need a lighter, which you can't bring to Kauai. You have to buy it there. I got my stuff at Kauai Kayak. I thought Ace Hardware, they have them the bigger size though. Nobody had that small size, so I had way more than I needed. As for my stove, MSR stove, I have this for many years. The one thing with that, Hawaiian Airlines, if you go on their website, they officially don't allow you to take them on Hawaiian Airlines flight. I think TSA is okay, but Hawaiian Airlines for some reason is not. So luckily, Kauai Kayak again, they rent them out. And the cool thing is also they have a drop-off and the pickup location after hours. So if you come back really late or you want to go early, they help you with that. Then going to water supply, that was much easier than I expected. There is so many streams. Most of them had plenty of water, especially the first and the last one. So I brought 2 liters of smart water bottles with me, and I put in some electrolyte powder, and I brought also plenty of extra. It just helps with the taste and gives you a little bit of an extra push. And it was for that. Filtering the water, definitely need a filter. You're gonna hear people drink the water as it is. I wouldn't try that, especially in a tropical area. I get the standard Sawyer regular filter, had no problem. The only thing I changed, I got that CNOC bag to attach. So you could just go to this stream and that actually takes 2 liters of water and you just walk around, or you could fill up your bottles and have this as extra water with you. what I especially like on this, it has this big opening, so it's very easy to fill up and doesn't weigh anything. I recommend that. And then, just as a precaution, I brought some iodine tablets, more as like a backup, in case you lose your filter or something happens or something goes wrong, or you can even filter and put those in. If you want to have 100% safety or be sure you're not getting sick from the water. And I think that was it for food. Everything, yeah, I had actually enough. It was not an issue. I just was kind of surprised, I didn't find much fruits or anything out there, at least not that time of year I went. Then filming, I did all my videos on my iPhone 12 mini, love it, so small, so light. So you obviously gonna need, that's the problem, especially with the mini, the battery runs out very quick, you need a power bank, and this one is the Nitro Core 10,000 amp, worked out great, I had plenty of power. Another thing I always bring is my DJI stabilizer, and the good thing with this has a battery bank in here too, so you actually can charge your phone while you film or just plug it in. So that worked out great. I never had to charge that up. It was running for like the whole time. If you have to charge different items, make sure you have the right connector. That's what I had to take, since everything is a little bit different. I had also those external microphones with me. And one more thing I had is my Solio GPS messenger, and that also was great to have. It's not a must-have, but even the trailhead, there is no cell phone reception, there is no Wi-Fi, there is no internet, nothing, the whole trail. And for me, as for being dropped off and being picked up by a different person at the trailhead, it was really great to have communication, so I could tell them what time I would arrive on the way back and any plan changes. I did see there are lots of hikers out there with their Garmin on their backpack, so if you run really into a problem, there is other people out there with connecting devices, but this one, I think it was only like $149 on sale, worked out perfect, no issue. And that is, I think, all I had. You may have seen this, my dry bag. Now, I didn't take this on the trail, but I took it to the trailhead. Again, since I was dropped off and picked up by a different person, I needed a way to store some stuff at the trailhead. I put in some extra drinks and a little bit of dry food too. And when I came back and had to wait, I had some stuff to go, clothes to change. There is a shower at the trailhead. So I was just putting this in here into a black trash bag, and I was hiding this somewhere up by the trailhead. No problem. It was great. That's why I brought that. It is, at the moment, we're still in the COVID time as I report this video. It's still very tricky to get up to the trailhead and come back. Not much of Lyft or Uber drivers around the island. Rental cars are normally sold out by the time you can get your permit, which is only a month ahead. So I would say this was almost the trickiest part, how to get to and from the trailhead. Then on top of that, they have the road closure by Princeville at the moment, so only certain times a day you can actually pass through. So make sure you check into that before you head out there or you're planning to head out there. And that's it. I think, yeah, covered pretty much all I had. Again, I'm gonna put some links below of the stuff I brought. If you have any questions, leave me in the comments, try to answer if I can. One thing I did see, I noticed lots of hikers head out there a little bit underprepared or totally overpacked. I've seen people there carrying out beach chairs and all kinds of stuff. Remember, you're going to be walking for 6 to 8 hours, or even more, depends how fit you are. So you're going to have to carry all that stuff, and you have to carry it all the way back too. So don't bring the fancy stuff. You can survive, and Kalalau Beach is a really super cool place to hang out. They have some great setups with chairs made out of rocks and all that. So no need to bring too much extra luxury items. Okay, and that's it. Again, thanks for watching. I see you all next time. Have fun out there and stay safe. Aloha.